crunchybizconnect.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
I am Crunchy because knowledge is power. Crunchy is a revolutionary line of safe and high-performing toxin-free cosmetics that are redefining beauty. You no longer have to sacrifice your health for your beauty or your beauty for your health. Be conscious about what are in your cosmetics and how they affect your body. Contact me at 703-509-2592 or explore at crunchywithanI.com/Liz Sant, LIZSANDT. Again, it's 703-509-2592.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
AMP2.TV presents Tell Us Your Business, where you're invited on the air to tell us what makes your business stand out in the community. It's important we hear from you to tell us all we need to know about what you do best. Tell Us Your Business uses the latest radio and television production systems, and all shows can be seen on AMP2.TV. If you have a question for our guest, call 888-565-1470. Now, let's get ready as our guest hits the airwaves and informs us about what we need to know on Tell Us Your Business.
Hi, welcome to the show. This is Tell Us Your Biz, and I'm your host, Holly Ulrich from Bottom Line Bookkeeping. And I have with me as guest, Kelly Rodriguez of K-Rod's Training. And
Kelly Pro Training.
Sorry, I got it wrong.
Well, we changed the name recently, so
okay.
Kelly Pro Training. Yes.
Excellent. And, well, tell me, what exactly does your business do, Kelly?
It primarily focuses on injury prevention and obviously post-rehab injury. I'm working with a lot of special populations which are dealing with acute and chronic disease. It all started for me in the bodybuilding world and being very competitive and ending up with a lot of injuries that actually had nothing to do with my working out, but a car accident and a trip and fall. And that led me to pursue more of, I guess, trying to teach people like how you can still go on and do the same things you used to do injured, because I went through it and I was an athlete.
And you just went through it recently too, didn't you?
Yes, I recently broke my foot and it's still broken.
Well, you're recuperating very well. But these are normal things that happen to each one of us.
Exactly. And
all the time.
The disease prevention aspect of it, there's prevention and then there's, okay, let's deal with what you're doing with the disease itself. Like, are you doing nothing at all to help yourself, or do you want to take the initiative and take the steps to better yourself as an entirety and your mobility and whatnot? So that's where my reach is right now.
Excellent. So now tell us where you started in this journey. Were you a professional bodybuilder, or how did you get started in this?
Honestly, I used to watch Linda Murray on HBO on the Olympia stage, and she was like the first big-time bodybuilder. And I fell in love with her. I didn't want her physique per se, but as I kind of grasped what bodybuilding was, it was something that saved me in a lot of ways from childhood circumstances. And when I turned 13, I ended up getting on the football team and doing their athletic training with them.
That's unique.
And I didn't obviously at all play football, but I started just working out with them after school. Then my uncle would pick me up and bring me to work and whatnot. And then when I get to high school, by that time I was already learning how to diet properly, learning how to train properly, learning the proper functions and needs for different food groups for school and athletics and training and not training. So it all really started when I was young.
Excellent. So how long have you been in this type of business?
Well, now it'll be 20 years.
Wow, excellent. So you have a lot of experience in doing this.
Yeah.
Now, and that brings me to my business and how I help you with your business. And I'm a bookkeeper, and we got connected through another business associate that we had. And so a lot of times we look at the corner of our office or in our house, and we find that shoebox, and the shoebox is filled with what? receipts,
Of course.
and statements,
And things you neglect.
papers that you've written out, cash things that you bought, and you keep it in the corner because you don't know what to do with it.
I know.
Well, then you call someone like me
I needed you.
who takes that box or hefty bags. I've done the hefty bags before.
I think mine might have been a hefty bag.
Well, it comes in all sizes and shapes. But these are things that are frightening to people that don't work on it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So what you see is a lot of baggage, and emotionally it drains you by looking at it because you don't know where to start from A to Z.
Exactly.
And it brings you back to all the expenses and the things that you've spent money on and the things that maybe caused you a little bit of heartache. So it can bring you down. And so that's why I take that away from you, because it doesn't cause me any heartache at all. They're just numbers and categories. So I start from the ground up. If you have nothing to work with, like you didn't have any accounting program, and then I build your accounting program from the ground, and then we figure out how to categorize your expenses versus your income.
Exactly.
And then you can take what I've organized for the year and give it to your CPA, and then they won't charge you the millions of dollars that they want to charge you, because honestly, they don't want to do that type of work.
Of course not.
That's not their thing.
Honestly, you saved me. I mean, you transferred or transitioned my life from one way of life to another, where it's funny now I have people, I have such a high horse on what you taught me that people are always asking me questions like, do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do that? How did you get that? And where did that number come from? And it's I have it all on my phone and I keep track of everything now. And you've made my life so much easier in the aspect, I feel comfortable.
Yes.
I actually feel comfortable with my expenses because I know where they're going, why they're going there, and what I can do next.
You got a handle on things.
Exactly.
And that's what you need as a business owner. And when we're a small business owner, we don't have a fleet of people behind us to give us that support. But you need someone to help you to see where those things go. I always make fun that I'm a numbers decorator. I will decorate your numbers and put them where they go so they look better. And that way they make more sense to you.
Yeah.
And that way you can make better business decisions based on that. Is your business succeeding? Do you need to change what direction it's moving in?
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Did we do that?
Yes, and we have done that. And then maybe sometimes you need to change from a corporation to maybe an LLC. And I can help people do that as well. And maybe you don't know what type of insurance you need, and I can help you to figure that out as well. I'm not a licensed insurance person, and I'm not a CPA, but I am a certified full charge bookkeeper. And so
which is necessary for everyday life. People don't realize that, because you go and you pay for something, you take the receipt and you put it in your center console, and you don't think about it until the end of the year, and then you have a stack of papers this much, and then you're going to your accountant, which nobody, like you're saying, they don't want to do that work. Where you're so on top of me when I use you that it's okay, everything is so much easier. I'll be like, Holly, hey, what is this? What do I do with this? What category do I put that in? And then it makes me, at the end of the day, be like, okay, if I want to go buy a house or spend money on a car or do this or that, I feel comfortable because I know already what I have spent since the beginning of the year till now.
Exactly.
And I'm organized.
And you don't need a full-time bookkeeper for that. And a lot of small businesses
upkeep.
get kind of bogged down with the idea, I've got to have a staff. You don't need a staff.
No,
and that's why I'm remote. And I'm a full charge bookkeeper, and typically most of my companies only need a few hours a month.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. And especially when you need to change gears, like you're changing gears.
Yeah.
What are you changing gears? Can you tell us about that?
Well, I guess so.
If you want to.
Okay, well, I've been personal training forever. That's one of my passions. But my biggest passion since I was a kid is actually performance vehicles and the enhancement of cars. And
that's super cool.
Just knowing the engine from, point A to point B, where women don't have that. I'm not saying they don't, but most women don't have the common knowledge of the way an engine performs. And I want to take it to the next level where I can have a group or a blog or a YouTube where women can contact me when they're going to a mechanic and be like, hey, this is what's going on, and I think I'm being overcharged, or I think somebody did something to, make money off of me.
So like a consultant of sorts.
I would say a consultant.
I love that.
I'm going to be going to UTI for automotive programming and NASCAR training. So I'll be doing pit crew and that type of thing.
Excellent.
And that's just something I'm doing because I want to just revamp my memory since I've been doing personal training for 20 years. Now it's kind of like, I want to fulfill my second passion.
That's
I've
fun.
already rebuilt a 79 Camaro dragster.
I love that.
I have a Jeep Wrangler that's,
I love your Jeep. It's hot pink.
Yeah, it's like, she's my girl. We go rock crawling and mudding and all kinds of things.
But you're not going to give up the physical therapy and
not at
the
all.
personal training for people.
No, I
Excellent.
do. I do all of that. Like actually internationally, I have a lot of clients in Colombia and I have clients all over the country too. So I am remote as well, like you. So it's kind of fun where I can adventure off and do something a little bit different. And from there,
It's really nice to reinvent yourself too.
Yeah,
though.
I just feel like it's time. It's not that I don't want to personal train my clients. That's my passion. I love it. I love helping people, but I also want to fulfill some things that make me happy too.
Well, if somebody needed to reach out to you, how would they get in touch with you?
I think honestly, right now, mostly people are contacting me through my Instagrams, depending if it's car versus personal training. But then people text message me all the time as well. And then I have Kelly at kellyprotraining.com, which is my email. And, that's how I'll interact with my international clients because it's easier. But
And if we wanted to follow you on Instagram, what is your Instagram?
It's Kelly Pro Training. And then the secondary one for my cars is Kiki the Red Russian, which is the Jeep page. So it kind of goes a little bit more in depth on my car and experiences. So
Excellent. So now, say for instance, if somebody came to you with an injury, where would you start with them? Would you do a full examination of what they're going through, or how would you set them up for
if somebody came to me initially with an injury, I would need to make sure, obviously, just for my own protection, that they've been to a clinic or a doctor, and they do have a doctor's note, and they do have clearance to even work out to begin with.
Excellent.
That's like first and foremost. I did go to school for 2 years for PT assistant, and it wasn't for me. So I just know the clinical aspect of it isn't my forte. Yeah,
yes.
It's not my forte. But I know that if you don't have that clearance, I'm not going to injure you anymore. If you're injured, you come to me when you have the clearance, and we can start from rock bottom all the way up. And everything is basic. You just start super simple, get to know one another, and what you can and cannot withstand. And you know that too because you've been going through a couple of your own autoimmune issues in your weight loss journey. So
absolutely. In fact, I just found out that I have osteoarthritis in my knees, so I can't do the HIIT classes anymore, and I can't do the CrossFit anymore. So I've had to change up my exercise routine, and I know that I've talked to you about what in the world do I do now that I got used to this one workout routine.
But it's good to change too.
It is good to change.
Because you've lost the weight, now you need to just put in a little bit of muscle, sustain muscle.
Yes.
So you're burning fat all the time and feel strong for yourself.
So it's not always about weight loss, but it can be strength training as well as getting over an injury.
Honestly, I try to detour people's mindset from weight loss. I just try to think of their body as just like a car, like you are a machine. Just train your mind into getting into a habit, making that habitual in every aspect, eating properly or making a better decision, and start slow. When somebody's going to hand you a diet and it's like, this is what you need to do, it doesn't matter if it's Weight Watchers or Atkins.
Yeah.
You're going to fall off eventually. So why don't you find something that you can live with and start off with that?
It
so
has to be sustainable.
Exactly, especially with an injury too. When I broke my foot, I was eating like 2,000 calories a day, basic 2,000 calories a day. He's like, you need to up it to 6,000. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you have a broken bone. He's like, do you know how many calories it takes per day to actually heal?
I never even thought of that.
I never thought of it either until now. And now I started thinking again about things in a totally different way, a totally different realm.
And you need a trainer that does that considers all aspects of things.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Kelly, for being with us. Really
She's
appreciate
amazing.
it.
Truly. You are. You've helped me in so many ways.
Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow.
Look at your eye.
What a difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste.
Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
Hydration, absorption,
Feel silkier.
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow.
Crazy.
Well, salud. I'm loving it. Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
You are listening to Tell Us Your Business, where our invited guests share all the knowledge of their business and how important it is what they do in our community. If you want to be part of the conversation, call into the show at 888-565-1470 and tell us what's on your mind. Now, back to Tell Us Your Business.
Hi, welcome to Tell Us Your Biz, and my name is Holly Ulrich from Bottom Line Bookkeeping, and I'm your host today. And with us here, we have Stephen Edwards of New York City Laptops Incorporated.
Hi, Holly.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Well, tell me a little bit about what your business does.
Okay, so we're based in downtown Delray. We are a laptop and computer wholesaler. We primarily supply small businesses, small to medium and large businesses, with recycled, reused tech. So we get our tech in from different businesses, and then we refurbish them, stick 6 months warranty on it, and then we try and supply small businesses, startups, call centers, schools, schools with low budgets, things like that. So that's
Excellent. And what I love about that is that it's recycling. And that is so important these days. There's so much computer waste in the landfills.
Yeah, actually, I think last year there was 9 million tons of e-waste recorded within the US. Only 15% of that is actually
that's crazy.
Refurbished and reused and recycled. The rest just goes to landfill. And I think we have a responsibility as whether individuals, business owners, whatever we are, we have a responsibility to be green and to try and reuse what we can, And
the parts that you have that you cannot use, I love that you recycle those as well.
Yeah, so we typically get pallets from different companies across the US. 80% of the pallet we can refurbish. I've got a team of 4 in Delray that we a great little team, nice little atmosphere. But we sit there, we refurbish. And then we resell what we can't resell. We strip down the screens to the boards to the hard drives, whatever it might be.
Excellent.
And it gets shipped off to different plants all over the US and recycled. And
so is this a storefront that people can walk in, or is it mainly online business that you deal with?
A bit of both. We do. I mean, we started online. We do. We've got a big part of that online that we sell through the website and through other avenues, marketplaces, and so on. But we also have a new storefront in downtown Delray. So pop by and pop in and see us if you're...
What's the address of that?
It's 84 Southeast 4th Avenue in Delray. And we're just off the Ave.
Awesome. Is that like the Pineapple Grove area?
Kind of.
Right
it's
off of
just yeah, not far from there.
And so if somebody wanted to go to your website, what is your website?
It's www.nyclaptops.com. Or you can contact me via cell phone 646-384-1309.
Excellent.
Cool.
So how long have you been in this business?
Well, I've been an IT trainer, a Microsoft Office specialist for 12 years when I was back in England. I don't know if you worked out the accent. But so when I was back in England, I was a trainer and then moved over to the US. And
what brought you over
my wife,
across the pond?
My wife, my beautiful wife. Yeah, she snapped me up in London. And
so you got yourself an American woman.
Yeah, indeed. And we've got a lovely little son.
Wonderful.
He's almost 2 years old now. He's American, born in Boca.
That's a fun age.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about what got you interested in doing this type of work.
Well, hence the name NYC Laptops. We were originally in New York City. And I noticed such a demand for recycled or affordable laptops and computers for individuals. So I started my business there, and with such volume of people, I was inundated daily with calls and emails, for a Dell here, or computer, laptop, Dell, HP, Lenovo, all the brands, and started that way, and started buying in from a lot of e-waste companies who do a lot of office clearances. We've actually expanded ourselves now, so we're doing a lot of office clearances across the South Florida area. Excuse me. And yeah, so we'll destroy the data. We'll come in. We'll clear out the any used tech that companies need to get rid of. We'll destroy the data, and then we'll refurbish and resell what we can.
I think that's what people are really worried about, is the data that's on them. Yes. I know I was like that. I have a whole box full of iPads and old phones that I'm just looking at going, what do I do with? Well, now I know somebody that can help me with it, because we're so worried about ID theft.
I think, exactly. And I think especially even individual home users, their laptop dies, they toss it into a cupboard and into a closet, and then they pile up and they don't know what to do with them. And we take the hassle and the safety aspect out of that for people. We can whip out the hard drive. We can even turn your hard drive into an external hard drive for you to reuse yourself, if that's something you want to do. But yeah, back up the data. For businesses, we'll generate a certificate of destruction, so they legally we're covered, and they have the peace of mind that
that's so important.
Absolutely, terribly. Yeah.
So do you also do cell phones as well, or no? Do you stray away from that?
Not really, no. I mean, we can do iPhone and iPad repairs. We have done that in the past, but we typically just stick to computers and laptops.
Okay, and does your business also have an Instagram account?
Do you know? Actually, it hasn't. No, we need to get onto that. We're actually on Facebook, so have a look for NYC Laptops.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And how has my business helped your business?
Your business, you are my savior.
I'm your nag.
Yeah, no, I need to be nagged. No, on a personal level, I can't manage my finances at the best of times, and it's so important within...
But you're good at what you do, and I'm good at what I do.
Correct. This is how we work together.
So that's the best thing about this kind of business give and take, is that I couldn't do... Believe me, I have taken things apart, like my iPads, and thought, well, I'll fix the screen myself. And then I took it apart, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So same thing with you and your books.
Yeah, and I think there's... I speak to some people and they say, "Oh, do your finances yourself." "Oh, I do it myself. I save the money." That's not me. My time's precious. I find there's not enough hours in the day to do what I do now, and finances is the last thing I want to worry about. So, you are an angel sent down, because I didn't even know what.
We had to start from the ground up.
Yeah, I didn't even know what accounting software to use.
I still need your shoebox full of statements and receipts now that we're talking. But we're meeting tomorrow.
Yes, we are actually. But I didn't know which accounting software to use. Everybody says QuickBooks. Somebody else will
There's so many out there, and it's hard to know what's going to guide you in the best way with a small business. Yeah. Some are actually more for like construction industry, and some are more for other industries, maybe the medical or whatever. But what we set you up with is a very easy to use, because I want my clients to understand what they're looking at. I don't want something that is just pure accounting, which, I'm not against pure accounting, because that's my gig.
Of course.
But I want you as the business owner to be able to open up the reports and to find things in your accounting program, and to understand where to go and how to find things, and feel empowered. You need to feel empowered with your business.
And what I love is how you've taught me how to use the QuickBooks Online, because I was quite scared of QuickBooks originally, because it was quite. I found it a little bit accounting. I thought it was very sort of. It wasn't really
just overwhelming.
Yeah,
right?
It's just quite overwhelming. But with the online, you taught me how to, record an expense, record a business sale or an invoice, and it's just so easy.
You didn't stress out, right?
Absolutely, I can do it anywhere on the go, and yeah.
Awesome. I'm not your typical bookkeeper person.
Okay.
I'm not going to be stern with you, but I also am going to steer you in the right way and help you to make better decisions in your business, because you need that information in front of you, and it to be accurate.
Yeah.
If it's not accurate, it's not worth anything.
Yeah.
So garbage in, garbage out, right?
Absolutely.
Same thing with computers.
Yeah, absolutely. And all I want to do is just have my finances on track, and then to be able to hand over to an accountant at the end.
Excellent. So tell us your phone number again.
It's 646-384-1309. Steve Edwards, NYC Laptops.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Take care.
This has been Tell Us Your Business, where a special guest comes on every week and tells us what they do. All shows can be seen on amp2.tv, and if you wish to be a guest, call 866-224-5422 and tell us about your business. That's 866-224-5422. This has been an amp2.tv production.